Much for agreeing to this interview with me. So my name is Huy, and I'm currently doing a research project for my business research method course. And the topic I'm exploring is why Vietnamese students at international university choose to work part-time during the school term. And I will ask you a few questions about your personal experience and motivation. So there are no right or wrong answer. I'm just interested in your thoughts and point of view. So this interview will take about 15 to 20 minutes. So everything we share will be kept confidential and used only for academic purpose. So you can also skip any question or stop the interview at any time you want. So you have your permission to record these conversations?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so thank you. Let me know if you have any question before we start. Otherwise, I will begin with the first warm-up questions.
So you may go ahead.
So can you tell me a bit about yourself, like your major, your study, and university?
Of course. So I'm currently a sophomore majoring in international business at the University of Greenwich, and I've always been interested in how businesses operate on a global scale, and this major has allowed me to explore the topic like international scale, international trade, cross-cultural management, and global management strategies. Also, I chose the University of Greenwich because of its strong reputation for business education and its focus on practical learning. So far, the experience has been really eye-opening. I've had the chance to work on group projects, case studies, even join some workshops that stimulate real business scenarios. For example, for a few months before, I have joined the job fair organized by Greenwich, and outside of the academy, I try to stay active by working part-time, participating in curricular activities when I can, and I think balancing studying and working has taught me a lot about time management and responsibility, which are important skills in both school and future career setting.
And so can I ask, are you currently working part-time during the school term?
Yes, of course.
And can you tell me what kind of job is it?
Sure. So, currently working as a staff of CGV Cinema at Landmark 81, and my main responsibilities is including ticketing, so I have a customer to find the cinema, to find a seat, and support them when they order some orders or maybe some foods. I also process payments and make sure they understand promotions or movie schedule. I also handle customer service, which means I assist guests when they have questions or issues, making sure they have good experience and sometimes helping manage during peak hours. So for example, a foreigner asked me where was the restroom is, and with my English skill, I help him find the restroom in time. Occasionally, I work at the food and beverage counter as well, and that will involve preparing popcorns, drinks, and combo sets, keeping the counter clean, and handling payment for our customer. It is a pretty fast-paced environment, especially on the weekend or showings, or maybe some famous singers arrive at our cinemas. So I've gotten used to working under a lot of pressure and multitasking, like I was mentioned before. And overall, the job gave me a good mix of responsibility. I learned a lot about communication, customer service, and especially teamwork.
So you mentioned you work at a CTV cinema, right? So can you tell me when did you start working part-time while you're studying, and what days of time do you usually work each week?
Okay. So I have came up with these ideas when I was studying at the second semester of the first year. Right now, until now, I usually work in the weekend, and usually from Monday to Fridays also. So my schedule is not it is fixable. That means when I book a shift that I can work, the manager will consider it, and if they tell me yes, you can work at that time, so I'm going to work, or if they say no, I will stay at home. So this is variable, and the working hours usually at night from 6 p.m. to 11, half past 11, or even 12 p.m. or some the important occasions like test holidays or the famous movie show-ups. I usually work till 1 a.m. in the morning.
And can you tell me what are the reasons or motivation that lead you to work part-time during the school term?
Sorry, I don't follow the answer.
That's some questions. So can you tell me like what are the particular reasons or maybe like motivations that lead you to work part-time during the school term?
Okay, to be honest, one of the big motivation for me would be financial. So everybody thinks that the international student of the international university, they don't have much problem or issues about the financial, but with me that is a little different. So I need some more money besides buying food, buying drinks. I have to pay. I have to refill my bike two times a week, and sometimes I go to the coffee with my friends. That's I need money, and I can freely buy anything I want without asking my parents every time. And also I also have girlfriends. So as you know, boyfriends have to mostly cover the about the financial, when buying presents, taking girlfriend to take dinners, everything stuff. And so I want to go to working part time just to cover up those problems. And another reason is about my friends. There's a lot of people in my class, and my university. I also started working part-time job. Maybe they're going to the interns. So I started working, earning some money, and balancing with the school. So I thought, why shouldn't I go to a part-time job? I should try to experience how it feels actually, and I gotta feel like this is a little disappointed about myself if I don't have a working part-time job at that time.
So you already mentioned some like external factors. So can you tell me about internal factors that influence your decisions to work part-time during the school term?
Yeah, of course, for the internal reasons. So I think one thing that really pushed me was the feeling that I want to feel grown. I want to feel more independent and financial. And when you only ask your parents money, I gotta say that this is not a very easy feeling for me when I keep depend on other persons or maybe my families. And so when I start earning my own money, I feel like I have control more in my life and not just controlling how to use the money effectively, not overspending it. And it's also I want to be someone who can handle both and studying and working, and this makes me feel like confidence, and I like preparing myself for the real world out there, not just studying books.
So all of the reasons that you mentioned before, so which one do you think influence you the most?
I would say the strong reasons when you decide to become more independent. That's feeling of wanting to handle my own life, make my own money, and not always have parents. That's really motivate me a lot from the job. And this was more than just money. It's about personal growth. And if I had to rank them, I would say financial needs would be the second most important factor, because most students working part-time, they go to work because they want to earn more money rather than getting experience. And I need to cover the personal expense, go out with my girlfriend, have some freedoms, hanging out with my friends without asking money from my parents. So I think the financial part is just a support for the independence I want to have. So yeah, independence came first, financial came later.
So last one is why was the reason particularly important, like how meaningful to you?
So I think independence was really meaningful to me because it's honestly feel like the turning points in my life. So before I start working, I relied on my parents for almost everything, not just financially, but almost emotionally, and even for small everyday decisions. For example, if I want to buy something or go out with friends, I will always have to ask for permission or money. That made me feel like I was still a kid, a young guy, still depends on their parents, even though I was already in university. But once when I began earning my own incomes, even if it wasn't a huge amount, I started to feel more in control of my own life. I could make simple decisions like buying coffee, going on a date, or treating myself to something without need to ask anyone. It gave me a small but powerful sense of freedom. More importantly, it taught me the value of money. When this is your own effort behind each paycheck, you think twice about how to spend it, and you will be more respect your parents because they spend a lot of money on you, and also it changed the way I see myself. someone who can take care of things and lead to some extent. That should, in mindset, give me more confidence, not just financially, but also personally. Start planning my week more carefully and managing my time better and thinking more long-term target. And finally, I think especially as a university student, getting a sense of independent early on is really valuable and help you to grow faster, not in a bad way, but in a way that prepare you for life after graduations. As you know, most graduate students from our university, they have to become Grab drivers, and most of them are unemployed. Although they have the university degrees, and you will learn how to balance a multiple responsibility, how to prioritize, and how to push yourself become harder and harder. So that's why out of all the motivation I had, independence I was, because it didn't just change what I do, it changed how I see myself and what I believe is I'm capable of.
Okay, so this is the end of the interview. Thank you for having me for my research. So if you have any questions, so we can end it.
Yeah, no questions.
Yeah.